Hello, my name is Mohammed Alam and I am a senior lawyer and owner of Alam Law. As many of you know, Alam Law practice personal injury, which essentially means when you involve in a car accident and suffer injuries, or slip and fall, you suffer injuries, you need a personal injury lawyer to advance your claim for your losses. We also practice insurance litigation, which essentially means when you have an insurance and insurance company is not paying for your claim, or is not providing you coverage from liability. In both cases, we are the lawyer who can go against insurance company to get you coverage or at least get you the claim that you deserve. So let's take an example of what we are talking about. We are talking about, you have a property, home, something happened, either water damage, something happened, water leak, leakage caused flood, and you have damage to your property. Or something happened, a fire broke, at your property, a portion of your property or entire property is burned down. You have obviously a claim against insurance company because the insurance company will have to step in, either pay for the repair of your property or rebuild your property. And they will have to, bear the cost of that property for rebuilding. But what happened when your property, is burned down and insurance company step in and say, we're not going to pay you the claim because your policy is cancelled, backdated. And they will obviously outline why they are cancelling policy backdated. Let's say 5 years ago when you bought this property and you bought this policy. So they can go back and they can cancel the policy 5 years ago and they can refund your premium. Sometimes it's difficult to understand like how can insurance company can do that, but I can tell you Insurance Act allows insurance company in certain circumstances that they can cancel your policy backdated. In legal term we call it cancelling the policy void ab initio. So they are voiding the policy from day one, and it means like it will be like that you have never had a policy and insurance company is liable to refund your premium. But under which circumstances insurance company can do that? Here are some examples, and we all have to understand these examples. We all have to ask, as a viewer, certain question to yourself, whether or not you are not in the similar situation. And if you are in a similar situation, you must correct it ASAP to the insurance company. Insurance company may ask you or charge you a little bit more premium, but having a proper coverage is important. Not that you're paying less premium, but ultimately when the time of need come to make a claim, you will not have a coverage. So take an example, you have house, you have a basement, and many of our community viewers, you have a basement and you have rented a basement to someone to live, either a single person or a family, but you have not disclosed that to your insurance company. So take this example or the scenario, and something happened either as a result or negligence of the tenant downstairs, your house burned down, God forbid, or a portion of your house or basement burned down. Insurance company will come. As soon as you report them, they will never tell you on the phone that you did not have coverage because there was a tenant. In fact, they will get all the information. They will send their investigator to speak to the people who are living downstairs. They will take their statement. They will speak to, in fact, you and ask certain question about who was living downstairs, what were your arrangements, because insurance company's adjuster or investigator, they know what they're looking for. And as a result, they ask those questions and they take your statement, either a recorded statement or a signed statement. And many situations where, when something happened of this nature, you are not in your understanding like what you are saying, what information you are giving. You're not even thinking that insurance company can come back and say that you did not have coverage because the people who are living downstairs, they were paying you rent. They were not just a guest. And as a result, you do not have coverage because you have not disclosed to the insurance company the material change in coverage. Because as soon as you allow somebody to live at your property and they are paying rent, there is a significant change in the exposure or coverage for insurance company. An insurance company can easily wash their hand and walk out without you paying anything. So we all have to understand, like, we cannot be in that situation, because our, the mortgage that you owe in that house, they're not going to care for you. If there's $800,000 mortgage and your house is completely burned down, they're not going to care that your insurance company has denied. They will look for that money that you have to pay the mortgage. So we have to be very careful disclosing anybody who is living at your place. If they are paying rent, they become tenant. And ultimately, anybody who's paying rent, they don't care. When something happens, they're not going to help you. They will tell insurance company that, yeah, they were paying rent. And if they're paying rent, you will be out of luck, because insurance company can walk out without paying anything for your property. Similarly, let's say if you have some significant renovation going on at your property. So we're not talking about, although many policies of home policy, if you read, and I'm sure many of us would not have read our policy, but if you read the policy, majority of the policies even outline if you carry any renovation, and they would have written a scope of renovation. And that scope of renovation sometimes is as little as that you're changing the flooring of the house. Then you have to notify your insurance company. And if you don't, and something happened while you're changing the floor, let's say you brought a contractor, and contractor, changing the floor, and something happened, they hit the water line, something happened, or maybe they cause a fire, the insurance company will take an off coverage position that you are carrying out a renovation at your property and you had not informed us. So please make sure that any significant renovation, let's say bathroom renovation, where different contractors are coming and installing appliances and equipment, tiling work, renovating basement, renovating kitchens, you must ensure that you at least inform your insurance company that for the next 3 months or 2 months, I will be renovating my kitchen. By informing them, your premium, you maybe pay a few $100s more, but at least you will have coverage. You will not let insurance company walk out of the liability, walk out without paying you for your losses. So these are very little thing. Generally, we don't think about it. But the purpose of this segment and this legal knowledge segment, that we share these real life issues with insurance, and your responsibility is that you should share this knowledge with other people, so we all can get benefit, and we all can avoid a situation where you are financially in a significant loss. If you have any question related to this matter or this topic that we discussed today, or any other legal issue that you would like to discuss with one of our lawyers, feel free to call us. With that, I will just conclude our segment for today, and I'll see you next week. Keep watching. Thank you.